Hello, hello. Welcome into Sparkle.Sanctuary. For those of you that are new here, my name is Rebecca, and for those of you that are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you clicking on this video, so if you enjoy what you see, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So today I am going to do a post review of Primrose by Alphonse Mucha from Diamond Art Club. I started working on this image on July 16th, and I just finished her today, which is July 26th. This is a 42.8 centimeter by 103.8 centimeter square diamond painting. There we go. So this is the full image. I don't believe that I'm going to be able to get this entire thing on camera, whether it's this way or turned sideways, but I will do the best I can to at least show you the entire canvas. So when I was working on this image, I used this pin from Enabler's Outpost. It is actually a glow-in-the-dark pin. There is purple in here that doesn't quite match the canvas, but the oranges and the greens I felt really pulled from the canvas. I don't have many pens, and so this was what I thought would be the best match. I am using this multi-placer from Diamond Art Club. It is the 12 placer. In the end of this, I have Miranda's Crafty Corners bubblegum scented putty, and then I have a stainless steel tip in the end of my pen that I just randomly purchased somewhere. I mean, they're pretty much everywhere anymore, and there's a glue dot on the inside of that. I always use these scissors. I get them on Temu. They're just like craft scissors. I don't know. I love having these pointed scissors, and they have little butterflies on them. And so this is just fun for me. I used this Diamond Art Club Rose cover minder. For those of you that don't know, a cover minder has two pieces of magnet and that you have two pieces of magnet on the minder. And what it is like when you have the plastic sheet on here, you stick this one magnet underneath, you stick the other one on top, and it just holds that plastic back for you. That is my preferred method to diamond paint. I really like to use washi tape around the borders and then washi tape off the canvas and then use a cover minder to hold the plastic back. Then let's see. I just used these purple. I had some Diamond Art Club tweezers, but they weren't working well, so I pulled these purple ones out. These have been working fantastically. I have a Lexi Sparkles Trinket Tray. I'm pretty sure I showed all of these in my last video that I did, a Get to Know Me video, but for those that didn't click on that one, they may want to click on this one. So yeah, I love this Trinket Tray. It's the only one I have, and so I may end up showing it more times than this even. I think I've shown it a few times already. So for my trays, I used the small Bella Art Dana Cole tray, and then this one for the confetti heavy areas, and then I used this large one for the color blocking because there is so much color blocking in here. I just wanted to show everybody really fast. I did get the little mini Dazzlers kits from Diamond Art Club. So this tray is slightly smaller than the ones that come with their newer kits, but I kind of wanted to show you a size comparison. Here is the Diamond Art Club tray, and then here is the Bella Art Dana Cole tray. I'm not sure if you can see that height difference. It's not a lot on the sides. I mean, really, it's really not. It's when you get cutting towards the back, and this is why when I'm using these Diamond Art Club trays, I find that the drills kind of pop out of the back of here quite a bit. I also did try out using their new pen that they have. Let me see if I can pull one of those out. Sorry, I should have had that ready. I tried using one of these pens, and I just took off this multi-placer and put my multi-placer on, and then used the wax that's on here. I have to say that as like the wax the putty that's in here and the end of the pen, everything worked fine, but I was really, because this is plastic and I'm a hard placer, this was not holding up very well. The plastic was just kind of pushing down and down, and then it developed like this weird plastic edge that I had to keep cutting off, and then it was cutting down the nub. And so I don't know, that's something that I may need to work on and learn to be maybe a more gentle placer before I go back to trying out that pen again. Anyway, I did have to use, I think I put them in the other tray. I did have to use some of these dryer sheets that I had cut out to put into the containers, just because there was quite a bit of static when I was kitting up. But once I got them out of the baggies, they were perfectly fine. And then I just left those in the bottle containers until I actually was finished with the image, and then I just went ahead and pulled them all out because I'm going to dekit this here in a little bit, and I may have a video on that soon. So, if I don't already have it posted, I will say there was one color, this letter C, that I was kind of worried that I was going to run out of. There isn't much in here, but there is some left, right? But the reason I was concerned is because this is what I pulled out in trash. Now, there were 3 bags of this letter C, and so it doesn't seem like a lot, but I did still end up putting a few diamonds on here that have little tabs. They were just like a flimsy plastic, and then they kind of bent and moved as I put the other ones on there. So there was probably quite a bit more trash than what is here, but I ended up using those because I was worried I was going to run out. I was so worried that I had pulled these ones out of my stash that are the same number, just to make sure I had plenty. So if that should say anything. However, with that said, the other ones had plenty left over. Like this color here, this is 3856. This bottle is almost completely full, and it still has a half a bottle here. And then this one, 951, is probably, I don't know, 2/3 of the way full. And I still have a full bag that I haven't even opened of that one. So yeah, the diamonds I felt like were a little bit hit and miss. I did purchase this image in March of 2023. And I think that was about the time that Diamond Art Club started changing up who was selling their diamonds. If I remember, I could be completely wrong. So please don't take that for word. But yeah, so it's very possible that that this was just during a time when they had a bad batch of diamonds. I don't have that kind of issue as much anymore in their newer kits, but I'm trying to get through my old stash. And so I was not anticipating a kit from 2023 to have so much trash, but I had plenty of drills to work with, so it didn't end up being a problem. I just had to pick through them. So I showed you the trash for the 898, but here's the trash that was left out of all of the other drills. Now, this container is pretty full. They typically hold roughly 2,000 drills, and so that is quite a bit of trash. There's a small amount in here of diamonds that I had dropped on the floor, maybe, but a majority of these, and I mean like a very big majority of these, are just trash diamonds that I pulled out. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to show them on here, but I saw. Oh, here's one. So there were a few of these, like little slivers of plastic. I think you find that kind of stuff in quite a few kits. So it wasn't a problem. I just pulled them out. Like I said, there were plenty of drills. So I will go ahead and pull this off and show you the image. So here is Primrose. I gotta say, this turned out so beautiful, and it worked up so very quickly because of the very large amount of color blocking that is on this image. I'll start up here, which is where I started. Typically when I diamond paint, I will actually kind of cut the image in half, and I'll turn it around, and I'll work from the halfway point and then work on the top part, but going down. Because this image is so narrow, I went ahead and just rolled up the bottom of this and hung it off the end of my desk, and then started on the top of this and just kind of kept pushing her up as I worked my way down and unrolling the bottom, and then letting this drape over the edge. At one point, I did have her kind of rolled up just because the weight of it wasn't pulling enough, but once it got to a certain point, it was hanging off the desk just lovely and was holding the weight, and worked out really, really well. So this part of the canvas, I would say probably from about her shoulders up, is pretty confetti heavy. We do have these sections here that are color blocking, but there was a lot of color changes through here and through these. And there are quite a few ABs in some of those. I'm going to see if I can't move this a little bit so you can see some of that. If you look here, there's ABs through here, and there's a little bit through here on her hair. So there's that. And there is also a few ABs through the filigree up here, which in the green areas I think is actually really pretty. I normally wouldn't put any kind of special drills in an old masters kind of art piece, because I like it. Almost has like a wallpaper look to it. I don't know how to explain it other than that, but I think it really gives it that old style kind of look, and I appreciate that so much. And so I was not going to change up or add any additional special drills to this image, just because I like the more matte look. They used ABs sparingly, and I think where they used them ended up being very nice to look at. So I'll go ahead and move this down. As you can see through here, there's a lot of color blocking all through her arm, down the sides, in these sides here, through here, all through her hand. Like there's so much color blocking through this section. So when I got to about the halfway point, I had recorded a whip in chat, and a work in progress in chat. And I did not expect in just a few days to have gone from there through the end of this image. It just, I love when I can work through painting so quickly. I'm always sad when one is done, but I'm also excited when one's done, because that means I get to start on my next one. So anyway, there is a little bit of yellow AB through this flower here. I don't know if you can see that. But like I said, it's very like sporadic. There's little areas through this part of her shawl that have a little bit of AB, just to give it a little bit of movement. And I think that actually works really, really well. So there's the end of the image. There's still, like I said, lots of color. Like this whole section is one color. And there's color blocking through here and then along here. Like she worked up so very quickly. I was not anticipating being able to get done with this image in 11 days. I am definitely ahead of schedule. I figured I'd be working on her until at least the 31st, if not longer. And so now I have a few days to hit up for the next event. So I did complete this for the Summer with the Masters. I had worked on another image, and then after I was looking at it, I discovered that it may not have been an old Masters art piece. And so then I felt kind of bad. I don't enter like really truly enter into events. I kind of just participate, and I'll throw the hashtags up there so other people can see what I'm working on, but I don't really enter the events for any of the giveaways anymore. It just is sometimes either a little bit overwhelming, or I feel pressured. It just kind of takes the fun out, but learning to just kind of sit back and support the people who are putting on these events, it ends up working out really nicely, and I enjoy doing that. So, anyway, I will turn this image sideways to see if I can't get more of her in view for you. So there you go. As you can see, I'm definitely not getting because there's the bottom and then there's the top. So I'm definitely not getting her completely in view. But there's most of it there. There's most of it there. So anyway, I will also go ahead and insert a picture here of what she looks like completed. I don't really have any other feedback. She is lovely. They don't have her in stock at this moment. So if you are looking to purchase this image, I will link below to Primrose on Diamond Art Club's website, but just set up for email notifications, and hopefully it'll come back in stock before next year's Summer with the Masters. I have to tell you, I originally didn't order this image because I was like, oh, that's pretty. But then I saw a friend do it, and she's just so breathtaking in person that I had to have her. So if you're on the fence, I definitely recommend it. She's even more beautiful in person. I think every diamond painting image always ends up looking more beautiful in person. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Anything that I discussed today will be linked in the description box for you. And yeah, that's it. So thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.